Cool. Hello, Trent, Dr. Waymire. This is my playing video for the week. If you're noticing I'm standing up, because I've never played trombone standing up, I feel like something I should explore. I mean, yeah, stand height's going to be a little different, but I think it's something that we don't really talk about till we get to college. It's the ability to play standing up versus sitting down. And two, they're both positives and negatives of both, but it's something I feel like I should explore. I'm going to teach someone how to do it. So for this playing video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be standing up and playing this time and trying to work on my horn angle and make sure there's no tension in my body. So I'm going to start off with some scales. Yeah. The water out. Next one. And last one is going to be chromatic. Oh, I went too far in seventh. I went too far in seventh and my slide came out. My arms are too long. Alright, that was my chromatic scale. If I had to talk about my breathing and playing and everything, I'd say to get those low notes, my breathing had to be a lot better. As far as posture goes, when you're standing up, I feel like you just need to make sure you're really standing up. And I think of a marionette string on my head when I play. Breathing, I feel like you're able to really expand your lungs more, especially the back part, your back, expand your back more as well when you're standing up. So the usage of air is a lot better too. I think this is something like you should teach like your kids to be able to do. Like maybe not at the start because they maybe don't have those muscles developed yet, depending on the instrument that they play. But I really feel like you should teach them this early on. And it's sad that I haven't heard about this until college, because in high school I struggled with it playing French horn. I struggled with like being able to hold my horn and do all that other stuff and the physics behind it. But I think at some point we need to teach our kids how to hold our horns while standing, because it's a thing that we do. It's something brass does. It's just something we do. Okay. Next are my two tunes by ear. And I picked "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." So here, that was my tune by ear. All right, that was "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" by ear. And then next, what we're gonna do is we are going to do what's the last one? Oh yeah, hot cross buns. Let's see. Um, Musicality wise, I feel like I can do a little bit more, so I'm gonna do that one more time. Okay. Musicality wise, I would say that that was a lot better. Just the dynamics of going up and down the scale and making more music out of it. Going back to the whole breathing thing, I think the breathing thing is definitely a lot better than standing up. You're able to do a lot more. This is straight. You don't have to worry about posture things because I mean you're standing up straight anyway, so that's a lot easier to do. Um, Also, another thing I've noticed, like with my own playing, is that I tend to like kind of like bend down and play. That's something that you want to fix like immediately, because that can cause one, a lot of back issues later on in life, and two, a lot of tension that just doesn't need to be there. Another thing when standing up, I feel like I have more range of like body, like space to play trombone, because I think you need a big space to play trombone, especially with the slide. I mean, going forward, but you still gotta all this stuff, and it's just you take up more presence, and on the stage, that's kind of a good thing. Is presence, something you really want to promote. So yeah, like this is standing up and playing. Like I would definitely teach my students how to like stand up and play, and make sure all that is accurate too. Especially when it comes to horn, like my horn players, I'm gonna teach them how to stand up and play, because that can be a challenge, especially when you don't really know what you're doing. Um, yeah, so I mean scales. I think the scales were okay. The the C going up, that wasn't the right C. I was a partial too low, but on the way back down, I fixed it. Um, all the other scales were fine. A little bit of intonation issues. And with intonation issues, if I had students, basically what I would do is I would just have a drone, and we just drone it out and just drone it and do like quarter notes with the drone. That way they can practice coming in on the right pitch. That way they don't like scoop into it like do, then it's in tune. Let's see. Yeah, stand height. I mean, yeah, generally, if I was standing down, I want my beginners to have it eye level, and to fix that, I would just want them to have it just eye level. That way, they can see they can see me, and then they can see their music. I mean, and it promotes good posture too. So there are positives. The only thing that's different with my video now is that it's just like up, and I'm standing while I'm playing, which I think is a good thing to be able to do both. Um, as far as like overall dynamics and musicality, I mean, yeah, There's a lot of things you can do with that, but I think what I would do is I'd probably have my kids add in their own little things and have them play for each other. And yeah, just play this line and do whatever you want musically. But I wouldn't do musically, but like add dynamics, or different articulations. And by that point, like we tell them just improv on top of something or just play it. I would have gotten them to the point where they're comfortable with doing so and promote an atmosphere where they are comfortable doing so. Yeah. Let's see. What's next? Oh yeah. So next we're gonna talk about taking the horn apart, the parts of the horn, maintenance, cleaning, all that other good stuff. All right. So first off, we're gonna start with the thing that makes it all possible, which is the mouthpiece. So right here, this little section right here, this is called the shank. This part right here is called the cup, and this is called the rim. Now, knowing each three parts of this mouthpiece later on, like musically, if you're going to go on and do that, that's great. These are going to be really important to you and getting the sound that you want, and especially the mouthpiece and the comfort that you want and the metals. And I could go on all day about it, but I'm not going to. This is where all the magic happens. If you can buzz it, you can play it, and that's so true because literally the instrument is just a megaphone for this. So if we get this right and the balance and everything right with the lip beam, one half top lip, one half bottom lip, being in the center, air is okay, everything's fine. Everything should work out pretty well. I mean, people develop at different times, but they're set up the proper way to be successful. Moving on next. So the mouthpiece, where it fits on the trombone, is that if you look at it, there's a small little hole right here that you can look into, and gently you just want to basically just drop that in and give it a light twist, that way it doesn't fall out. Moving on next, what we have is we have the slide that allows us to change notes. Now, there are 7 positions for trombone. Each one has kind of like a benchmark. Hey, this is about where third position is, this is where this is where this is. And I mean, yeah, you're going to adjust depending on what you're playing, but that's just like a little measurement to kind of give you a little guide. One thing is with the slide is that they can get bent pretty easily without them really noticing, and also it can get very gunky very quickly if they're not taking care of it. So one thing is that usually when you buy a horn, or you tell your parents, it usually should come with a cleaning kit or a little like maintenance thing. So one thing that, especially with trombones, you need to know is that there is slide cream and there is slide grease. Now, slide cream does go on this slide that allows us to change notes, but the slide grease is the one that works for our tuning slide right here. And it'd be very important for you to make sure your kids and parents know that, send a letter home with all your trombones and just letting them know there is a difference. Then, moving on, let me see. There we go. All right, so right here is we have the part where the slide that lets us change notes connects to the part with the tuning slide and the bell. So really, when you want to put it together, you put this slide on the ground. You want to have the big end facing you. You want to have the big end facing away from you and the mouthpiece facing towards you. And what you want to do is you want to make an upside down L with it. So that means the bell is going to be on the right part of your body. And right here, you see there's like a little thing that turns. That's the lock that keeps it in place. So essentially what you want to do is you just want to tighten this, and voila, you have a very nicely put trombone. Just like this. And see how, if you look at it from this way, it makes a nice little right angle. If you can see that. Yeah, nice little right angle. Oops. Okay, yeah, and also with trombone, I mean Yamaha in general, they all kind of come with a factory like preset of where the tuning slide needs to be. It's about a pinky width where you need to be. So yeah, now moving on to cleaning. Give it a bath, just put it in the bathtub, get some warm water, clean it off, just let it soak for a little bit, and then don't let it soak too long because then that can cause your instrument to rust. You want to make sure you wipe all that stuff off, all the gunk, all that other stuff. And what you're going to do is you're going to put slide cream cream. You're gonna put cream on this instrument. Not too much though. You only need like a little bit. So that slide cream should last you a long time. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put slide grease on this one, and you're gonna pull it out to be about a pinky width.